Hi everyone, I'm Samantha Mascote from Liberal Studies 3300. Um, I'm not sure if we're supposed to do like 3 separate videos or if it's supposed to be just one long video answering all the questions for this activity, but whatever, I'm just do one. So the first questions are about last week's or last class's discussion, or in the breakout rooms, and it says one of the questions that we have to answer is um, how are ethnicity and race similar and different. I think they're the same because they both are they both are they both are you. You're both. You are your race and you are your ethnicity. They're different because race you can't really choose, and ethnicity you can. So the second one is, can you choose your race? I don't think you can choose your race. I think um, you like you are are who the people were. Like you are a part of your ancestors, you're a part of your parents, you're a part of your grandparents. Um, so you will always carry the gene or the blood. So I think you cannot choose race, but ethnicity is more like what you consider yourself as. And so I think you could choose that. Like, if your parents are Mexican but you were born in the United States, I think a person would consider themselves Mexican, but they're not Mexican because they weren't born in Mexico. So in that sense, your ethnicity would be American because you're born in the United States. So yeah, I consider my race is Mexican, and then my ethnicity would be American. So I would call myself Mexican American because I was born here. And then the next part of this discussion is talking about the article of Macintosh or something like that. Macintosh. And her article, how did I feel about the article? I think it was a good article because it wasn't long. And I think it was interesting for her to explain her privileges. And her privileges are considered white privileges. Usually people don't associate themselves with them. They'll just kind of put it off to the side and be like, oh no, like I get treated the same, or I'm not treated special than minorities. But she did, and it's very fortunate to not be stereotyped or put into a group that is not true. So yeah, I did like the article. What privileges do I have? I think I do have privileges, as much as I consider myself a Mexican. I do think I have privileges because I was born here in the United States, and I speak English fairly well. So I think people look at me and they'll be like, oh, she's American, or I don't think they think I'm white, but they do not treat me like an immigrant because I think I don't look like an immigrant, or what they think an immigrant should look like. I don't look like that. Another thing, I'm also privileged because economically. So economically, I would say I am privileged, not because my parents make a lot of money, but because they don't make a lot of money. They don't make a lot of money, so I get financial aid. So I am privileged in that, although it's not like something like, oh yeah, cool, like your parents make a little bit of money, so you get your school paid. I don't think people like think highly of it, but it's a privilege. I'll take it. Then we're gonna move on to the film that we watched. It was very interesting. I've never had a conversation like that with anyone, so watching it, it was very interesting. They were very intelligent men, and I think they were very good speakers, because I was able to get a feel for each one of their views. Who would I consider myself with? I think I would consider myself with, I don't know his name, but he was like, I think he considered himself, he identified with being Mexican and Native American. He was a chunkier guy with the glasses and white hair. He was sitting in the middle, but I don't know his name. Yeah, I think I consider myself to be like him, because that's kind of how I identify myself too. But he seemed very Americanized, so I think it would be the same, I guess. So then we're gonna talk about Victor. When he got mad, he blew up because he was frustrated that David would say, like, no one's holding you back, no one's pushing you to be a minority. You could be a majority, or you could be treated as white if you want to, but you hold yourself off, and you you push yourself down. So you'll be like, oh well, that person was offending him, so they're offending me. That guy was stereotyping my friend who is black, and I'm black, so he's being stereotyped as well. But yeah, that's why I think he was mad. I think he was mad because there is stereotyping towards African Americans, and you know, there is obviously a difference in class because of race. So yeah, that's why Victor was mad. And then why do I think David did not understand? I think he didn't understand because he's never been in that like situation. He's never been in Victor's shoes. He's never walked into a store and was looked like, oh, he's gonna steal, or he might rob the gas station, or whatever stereotypes there is towards Victor. David has never experienced those. So that's why I think it's hard to tell someone, oh, you should think like this, but you don't know. You also don't know how it is to be on the other side, to be the minority. Like minority, like Victor didn't make up the word minority. Minority is a thing because it's a thing. Like it's going on, it's happening. So I think it was probably insensitive of David to think that, and that's why Victor got so mad. But yeah, that's it. Thanks, bye.